Now, pardon my back as I shrug my shoulders. No, I'm just kidding. But what I want to do is that's not really a physique update. Um, per se, it's kind of is. I was showing my physique, but I'm not physique update ready. And what do I mean by that? I'm a little too hydrated, which means I'm holding on to a little bit of water weight, which being hydrated can help a physique update if you're going for a pump and showing how big the muscles are. But I don't feel like I've done enough in the gym today to really have a good pump. But also the opposite, right? Being too hydrated can hide some of the cuts. See, I'm not as shredded as I usually look on camera, even though I hit a new low weigh in. But why did I take my shirt off if I'm not physique update ready? Because today was Tuesday and I said I was going to do a physique update. So I wanted to at least halfway do one, but I also wanted to ask the age old question. Do you have to be 200 pounds to look muscular, to look big? Should a man have to reach this goal of 200 pounds? Most guys want to reach 200 pounds for whatever reason, and they don't care if they're 5'4" or 6'8". You know what I'm saying? Now 6'8" at 200 pounds, that's tiny, that's bony, too bony. Me, I don't know how tall I am really. One time I did believe I was 6'1". But I don't think I am. I think I actually shrunk over the years, really. But I think I'm like 5'11", maybe 5'10" and a half. I don't know. A lot of times people see me and they see me with these shoes on right here. These are wrestling shoes. They are very thin soled, so it takes off maybe an inch of what I could wear if look like if I was wearing regular shoes. A lot of times I wear these because I work out, and I usually sometimes I don't even know what time I'm going to the gym, so I usually have these on already because I'm ready, and I got my gym bag in the car most of the time. You know what I'm saying? That way, if I decide, okay, let's say I was working out at a certain time, that's what I wanted to work out, but I decided to go earlier or later or whatever, I'm ready, right? I'm ready, so I don't gotta get ready. But how much do I weigh? Anybody who missed my last physique update, not my physique update, my low weigh in, I was 165. I was 165. So basically, I took my shirt off to ask the question: is 165 too small? Do I have to reach 200? Now, for me to be shredded and have abs and be 200 pounds, that's 35 more pounds than I weigh right now. Right? That's 35 more pounds. And for those who are not really into lifting and those who are not really into bodybuilding, I don't mean competing, I mean building your body. That's what I do. I build my body. I'm not a bodybuilder because I don't compete. I lift heavy weights, but I'm not a power lifter because I don't compete. But I try to train as if I'm doing both of those. So power building, right? So for me to gain for me to gain 35 pounds and still have abs, I would have to have the majority of that 35 pounds to be muscle. I've been lifting for about 12 years, I guess, somewhere maybe a little more than that. Um, yes, there's been ups, there's been downs, there's been times where I stopped lifting for like a year. There's been comebacks, there's been drop offs, there's been triumphant times, and there's been highs and lows and everything in between, right? That's 12 years. Come on now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't gonna be 12 years of just bam, 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 win. You're not gonna gain X amount of muscle every year. All right, in your first year, if you have really great genetics, you might gain over 10 pounds of muscle that first year. You might gain 15 pounds of muscle, especially your age and your genetics do play a part, especially your genetics, right? And your natty status, all right? I'm going to stay natty forever. Even though being natural, I'm limited to how much muscle I can actually build. Now, a lot of guys, they shoot for that 200, and I made that mistake before. And is it actually a mistake? In my opinion, yes, but at the same time, it depends on what you want. I talked to this guy the other day. He probably 5'6" at most, right? He told me he weighs 218 pounds, and he was asking me for advice. He asked me what's the best protein, whatever, and he asked me how could he get rid of this. You know, most guys who are overweight, they want to spot reduce their belly fat. It does not work like that. All right, I told him, like, you know what I'm saying. I asked him, what's the first thing I asked him? I was like, how often do you go to the gym? He's, I'm just starting back and this and that and third. I'm like, bro. So he made the mistake that I did a long time ago. I know this mistake. I already knew he did it because I know from what I've done. I know from experience, right? Guys will bulk and they will try to reach a number, which is usually 200 pounds or more body weight. And most of these guys do not even lift. So you gaining all that weight and you're not even lifting. You're not giving your body to a reason to make sure some of it is muscle. I told him, like, if you want to get shredded, if you want to get a six pack, you probably gonna end up having to be like 130 pounds straight up. You know what I'm saying? He, oh no, man, I can still, if I lose that 18 pounds, I can be 200 and shredded. I'm like, no, bro. I'm like, you do not have more muscle mass than me, bro. You don't even lift, bro. I'm 165. He was, oh my God, for real? I thought you looked way bigger than that. Looks can be deceiving. All right? And natty status, there's not that many guys who are over 200 pounds with abs. Natural. Now, you probably can find one if you really search. And then you will find that one person and you will say, yeah, it is because of this guy. You found that one person. Yes, there's more than one person in the world. There's people with great genetics. But there's nothing that you can do about that. You got to work with the genetics you got. What are genetics? Genetics are basically everything that makes you. Basically, it's passed down through your parents, your grandparents, on both sides, throughout your ancestors, all the way throughout your whole line. Whatever made you, that's what makes you. That's what you come out what height you are, or your potential to be, your muscle building, your skin, your hair, everything is genetics. You know what I'm saying? Not to compare humans to animals, but if I took a Rottweiler and a Pit Bull and I bred them together, it's not going to be a full Rottweiler or a full Pit Bull. It's going to be a Rottweiler mixed with Pit Bull. Alright? I'm just saying, right? I digress. And it's going to come out different than both his parents. Right? That's why there's nothing you can do. There will be nothing that dog or you can do to change that dog into a full this or a full that. Same. Right? Now, okay, let's say I took I'm going to stop comparing animals because people get offended and that's not what I'm trying to do. But whatever you come out as, human, you can only work with what you got. Now, that's why, and I really don't want to say this, but that's why, because I really want to encourage people to stay natural. So I'm going to give you why, I'm going to say it, then I'm going to give you why I stay natural, right? To help encourage you to stay natural, right? But a lot of these guys you see on stage, and Sam Sulek and all these guys, they're that big because of the stuff that they're taking, right? They weigh 200 and something pounds shredded because of the stuff that they're taking. Of course, their workout, of course, their genetics, of course, what they're eating. But as a natural, there's nothing I can do to really get to that level. And neither do I want to. You know, at the end of the day, I'm proud of everything that I can build naturally. You know what I'm saying? I'm proud of my work ethic and getting, you know, my nutrition and studying the stuff that I studied and put into play to get me to where I'm at right now. Also, my genetics. So whatever I can do with what I got, I'm way happier. It's kind of like if I play Sonic the Hedgehog, the first one, right? Up, down, left, right, hold A, press start. That code gives you all the levels. You could go straight to the end. Now, if you're gonna do that, I advise going to not the last board, because now you ain't got no rings and you get hit one time. But I advise going to the board right before the level, right before the last one. Get you some rings, then pass that one, and then go into the next level with rings, and then go after the last Robotnik and was it Metal Sonic? I forget exactly. Robot Sonic. What Metal Sonic was? I forget. It was a long time ago, but I do remember that code, right? And but if you do that, you missed out on all the gameplay. Just like back in the days when Grand Theft Auto 3 came out on PS2. And you got the codes to get all the weapons and the codes to do all this. Cheating. The game is less enjoyable after a while. It gets old fast when you're doing it like that. Achieve, man. Also, health. Dude, last year, even before a quarter of the year was up, we lost so many bodybuilders, gym goers, all kinds of stuff because they was juicing. Yeah. All right, influencers, all of that. Rest in peace to them, man. I think about my family, right? I think about everybody that either care about me, or I think about the people that depend on me, and I think about the people who I would have to depend on, and I would make a burden on them because they gotta wipe my, like, come on, cause I can't walk or something. I don't wanna. Things happen. Something can happen, and God forbid. But I'm not gonna choose to cause it. For what? An extra couple pounds of 35 pounds, right? For me to get 200 pounds and shredded, right? I'm 165 shredded. For me to get 200 pounds and shredded, I'll have to be 35 pounds more. And yes, there's things that I can take, and there's ways of doing it. I don't want to figure that out. There's so many people that thought that same thing. My question is, what do you know about the game that they don't know? You know what I'm saying? What do you know about it that they didn't know? And they suffering the consequences. Always think about it. Listen to people who older than you. Greg almost 50. He took it, and now he's warning people to not take it. Now, is he true? That's true what he's saying, but is he really being honest? Does he really feel that way? Because at the same time, he feel like, dude be kind of promoting it himself. But at the same time, whether or not he got a motive behind it or not, when he say that, he's still telling the truth. Whether he mean it or not, truth is the truth. Alright? Natty is the way. It's not worth it. So got that out the way, right? I got other reasons. That's a whole nother video. You can ask in the comments. We can talk. Whatever. I'm here for that, right? So, at 165 pounds, nobody calls me small until I tell them how much I weigh. How much you weigh, bro? Man, I'm 165. Man, that's too small. But you just called me big 5 minutes ago. And then when you see me outlift you on the weights, it was this dude, man. It's this dude, right? I don't know how much this dude weighed. I was 275 at my heaviest. Dude gotta be like, he weighed more than what I weigh. He gotta be like 3 something. But he's muscular with it. He got a lot of body fat. Not dissing, I'm just explaining. He got a lot of body fat, but he's muscular with it, and he look like he's juicing. He just doesn't. Well, if he's juicing, he should be shredded. No, you still will have to cut. You know what I'm saying? People that's juicing, they come in every shape or form. Some people have really bad genetics and they're juicing and they don't even look like they barely got muscle. You wouldn't even think they're juicing, right? So, but dude, I could tell, right? But he don't really know how to lift, right? Don't really know how to lift. He be in there lifting, but every time he see me and he see how small I am and I can outlift him, he has to get in my way. And I'm like, bro, like, come on, man. I'm not here for that. You know what I'm saying? But You gotta lock in. When it comes to working out and lifting, if you want to get strong, don't take the cheap, easy way out. A lot of people take that way out because they don't focus enough on what they have. They don't focus enough on the fundamentals. When they go to the gym, they socialize, treat it like a club, a party, a spa day, be chilling or whatever. They do everything but lift. And when they find out they can't lift, they give up and they just be in there. Like, dog, don't give up because when you first start, you're not good at it. I've told so many people this. You're not supposed to be good yet. You just started. If I was to start something brand new, if I was to start learning how to fly a plane, I'm not supposed to be like in the movie Top Gun. No. I just start learning. I need to sit and listen and then do what I'm told and figure it out. Then after a couple years probably, I'll be able to, come up with my own ways and my own style. You know what I'm saying? But I need to learn first. Same thing with working out, same thing with dieting. A lot of people just give up as soon as they fail the first time. That's why New Year's resolutioners gave up before it was even, it's almost the end of February now, right? And people that gave up before February even started because they felt like they couldn't do it. It takes practice. And the further you go, the more you learn. I used to think that I was going to be shredded at 2-something. I was 275. I got down to like 230. Still had a lot of body fat on me. Got down to 200. Still had a lot of body fat on me. Got down to 190 and all that. Stomach started getting flat. Started seeing a little bump here and there. Still had body fat on me. Now, if I was to gain up to 200 pounds right now, I wouldn't be overweight, like, as in looks-wise. But, clinically, I mean, obese is not that heavy. Morbidly obese might be a little heavy. But obese ain't that heavy. You know what I'm saying? Even if you got a lot of muscle for your height, you will be clinically obese even if you ain't got a lot of body fat, right? But, what I'm saying is this. I wouldn't look bad at 200. I've already built my base. A lot of guys, they just start eating. Eating is not going to make you muscular. It's going to make you gain a lot of body fat. Especially if you're overeating too fast. Now, if I wanted to stay shredded and gain a few more pounds and not be fat, or stay lean at least, I might not be shredded no more if I gain, let's say, 15 pounds. I would have to break that 15 pounds up in maybe 6 months. You know what I'm saying? What's 15 times 6? I would have to gain whatever that is every month. You could divide that number by 4.5, right? 4.5 weeks in a month, right? So let's just make it easy, right? Let's say I want to gain, let's use 8. 8, 16, no, it's 30, 32. Let's say I want to gain 32 pounds, right? Let's say within 6 months, right? 32, 4, 8. That'll take me 8 months. So it's 8 months. Let's do 8 months. All right, we ain't gonna keep doing math on camera. I'm gonna make myself look real bad. 8 months, right? Let's say I gain 2 pounds a month. 2, 4, 6, 8. No, 4 pounds a month. 4, 8, whatever. 4 pounds a month within 32 pounds, it'll make me look, I wouldn't be probably shredded anymore, but I would be a lot leaner than if I was just to gain 32 pounds as fast as possible. If I was to gain 32 pounds in, let's say, 3 weeks. it'll be mostly fat and water weight. If I gain 32 pounds within 8 weeks or 10 weeks or even a year, stretch it out and lift while doing it, I have a better chance of a bigger percentage of that being muscle instead of fat and water. Don't rush your bulk, basically. Same thing with cutting. Don't rush your cut because the opposite is going to happen. You're going to lose your muscle. You're going to lose your muscle. If I was to do the opposite, let's say I had to lose 32 pounds, and I did the opposite of whatever math I just messed up in front of you just a minute ago, right? It's kind of embarrassing. I know math. It's hard to do math on camera. You try it, right? So, and maybe you can get it. I don't know. But, hey. But, if I was to do the same thing, but lose 32 pounds, if I took 6 months, 8 months or more and lost it instead of losing it in 3 weeks, I'll be able to hold on to more muscle and more strength. That's why pound for pound, natural wise, I'm like the king. I didn't film it, but I did like 10 reps. Well, almost 10 reps with 225 today at 165 pounds. You know what I'm saying? You always gotta throw that in there. If I go into the bar and did 285 for 1 rep, yeah, and I weigh 165 pounds, right? And another guy did the same 285, but he weighed 225. Who's stronger? We lifted the same weight, but he weighs like 65, 75, 85, 95, 100, 205, 215, 225. He weighs 60 pounds more than me and lifted the same amount of weight. I'll be eons stronger than that same guy that lifted the same amount of weight as me. That's the part people forget to factor in. Is how much did the person weigh that lifted the weight? Should it matter? Some people will look at it like it shouldn't matter. You gotta understand we're not all living the same lifestyle. Alright? Things that might not matter to you at all might mean the world to me, and vice versa. Think about something that means the world to you that might not matter to anybody else. That's exactly how lifters feel when people say, oh, it don't matter. It does. It matters a lot. Alright? And if you want these gains and you saying things don't matter, you're not getting them. Same thing with weight loss. Your diet, it don't matter. You can eat what you want. Now, the way I lose weight, you can't eat what you want. You just can't eat how much you want, alright? So you gotta find your maintenance calories, eat slightly below. Let me tell you something about counting calories, right? A lot of people are scared to count calories, or they think it's too much of a job, they think it's too much of a chore. It makes weight loss way easier. Because guess what? People that count their calories and successfully lose weight compared to people who don't count their calories. Most people that don't count their calories don't lose weight, but there's also people who don't count their calories and they successfully lose weight. So we're going to compare the success of the people who count their calories and I'm going to make a video. Oh my God, don't steal my video. But the success of people who count their calories and the success of people who don't count their calories. The biggest thing that I see is the fact that us on the calorie count side, I'm big on calorie count, right? We're going to have more freedom on our diet, bro. So that's whoever listening. We're not stuck in you got to be very strategic of everything. So I feel like it's harder to do it that way. Okay, I can't eat any dirty foods. I gotta eat chicken, broccoli, and rice. And no, man. I'm not saying don't eat those things. I eat them. But I'm also going to have some cakes and chips and things like that. Because guess what? The rest of the people who don't lose weight, does not count calories, the ones that's going to fail at it, they're going to binge on the things that they think they can't have. Because they're going to cut them out cold turkey. They're going to cut it on and off like a light switch. I got the other lights on there, so it kind of messed up the effect of what I'm trying to do right there. But y'all get it, though, right? You get the visual. So no, in my opinion, 165 is not too small for a grown man. Um, I just showed y'all the proof. And if it is, even it don't matter. Even if okay, let's say you was 6'5" and you had bad genetics, and let's say you could get to 165, and that's all it. End of the day, you might need to eat more then, but at the same time, if you still can't, if you're, man, your genetics over your genetics, just make an improvement from where you're at. Don't compare yourself to the next person. I compare myself to me, but even that can get unhealthy at times. So just do your best. All right, comment, like, subscribe, share. Watch the videos that's about to pop up right here. Yeah, man. I'm just saying. Peace.